You're like the perfect human. You're early and you bought coffee.
I'm an early bird, and I was like, just like fucking waiting. So I was just like, I'm gonna just come early and just see what's up.
What is
Hey, is this starting?
Yeah.
Oh, why the fuck y'all niggas ain't say nothing?
Because
okay,
I don't know when.
Ain't nothing gonna change.
I don't know what a start and an end is anymore, to be honest with you at this point. And I feel like whenever I see you, we pick up where we left off to some degree, but there's a lot of stuff has happened since the last time we did this in front of a camera. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in so long, since 2017.
Yeah, whenever it was, 18, 17, something
That might
like
have been August or September.
Yeah, that's right. You came to my house.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great day. What's your relationship with sleep like?
Oh, I get my sleep. I don't play. I've always been an early bird.
But you go to
8:45. Oh, what we doing? Nothing. I'm going home.
Right.
To my bed.
Right.
I will make out with that pillow, brother.
What about when you're on tour though? Because how's the adrenaline kick in, like, or not kick in?
Same thing, because I don't be out late. So
yeah.
like, go on stage at 9:30, I'm off at 11, shower, eat, depending on the city, say hi to folks. So I'm in bed on the butts like 12:31, wake up around 6:30, 7. Could be 8 depending on how late, but I'm an early bird. I'm up. I do not be out. Like, I do not get FOMO. I want my bed.
Yeah. How's the tour feeling? When I saw it, I loved the way the screens were following you around at an MCU at a medium close-up. And you know how screens, whenever people put things on screens at big shows, they're like, show the widest shot possible. It's like, no, zoom in.
No, my thing is, and I've done this, I remember when I did the Grammy performance, and I came to them with the idea, and I'm with the camera folks saying this. I'm like, bro, this is not about the crowd. I don't need my performance to be about the crowd reactions or them. This is not about them. This is about me. So when I'm doing the stage stuff, it's not about them seeing how big the crowd is and all the cell phone lights. You need to see me and my facial expressions and my hand movement and all of that on the screen. And here and there we'll show the crowd if they sing in a very specific song, but I think a lot of that stuff is usually to show the scale of look how many people, and it's like, bro, they can just look and see how many people. They want to see the details of your face because they're so far.
It was way more artistic in the sense that I felt like
and I just copied all my style of video stuff around 2015 to 2017. I started doing these split screen things where like it'll be on this and then it'll just be a close up on the hand on the other side. So I wanted to bring that back for this tour when it came to the screen stuff.
Yeah, super choreographed. It felt that way anyway, but in a really cool way. It was like I'm having two different experiences. I can zero in on this moment right here, or I can enjoy it as an artistic statement on screen. The physicality of it, and also just seeing you up there on your own. I think we're used to seeing you on your own and hearing you on your own now. It's been like that for a long time, making music on your own, the sense of like, I need to go into this space and I need to find out what I want to say and get to a place where I'm happy. And yes, you collaborate meaningfully with people, but there is a real sense, more than a lot of your peers, that you do this on your own.
Yeah, it's just me up there. Sometimes I do be like, man, if I had backup dancers, some of the slack could come off me. I could kind of like bullshit because it's more space filled up.
By the way, Glass would be the album for it.
Definitely, but I have crackhead energy, so it's fine.
Yeah,
it works.
What about when you're making the albums, though? I know you have engineers and people around you, but any of the footage I see, and when I went in that one time to hear music with you, I felt like you were very much in your space. Does it ever get lonely for you? Or are you just very happy?
No, I prefer alone time. I like being by myself.
Yeah. You're a loner, right? In a lot of ways.
I mean, not really. It's one of my ex-girlfriends said I had only child energy. And I have a sibling, but said I have only child energy, where I'm like, okay, you should leave. It's been 2 days.
Is she wrong?
I care about you so much, but I don't want you in my house anymore. I need a few days by myself. I didn't realize. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I don't want you to think I hate you, but no, I made this whole album by myself in the hotel rooms, or recorded.
I always think that people always complain about making music on the road, but I can imagine going to a hotel where, again, there's this unfamiliarity, being able to fire up, it's so easy now, workstations, some speakers or whatever, get your mic out and make music. What's more fun than that when you're not home, right?
I mean, that's how I've always been though. Like doing this felt no different. It actually felt closer to being like 16, 17 again, just trying stuff and being silly and like it was fun. It was great.
You can hear it on the record too, because there's a freedom on this album again, which I feel maybe I don't even searching for. You certainly earned it through the last few projects of like, this is how I want to be treated. This is how I would like to live my life.
Bro,
and now this album is like, I'm gonna get back to like whatever the fuck I want.
No, dude, it was being silly, just fun again. Cause Chromacopia was so like, for me, I'm not saying it's the most mature, deep shit. Everyone has different lives. But for me, whether it's me talking about my relationship with my hair and how that's affected me, or me almost being a father last year, or, you know, the relationship that I have with my father now, like just so many things that I decided to dive deep into. After the weight of that got off, I just wanted to be silly again. And if you listen to like the end of Ratata and the end of Noid and Summer Sticky and even I Hope You Find Your Way Home verse, just my like low-key my LA accent just really popped in through there. And I was just being silly, just having fun again. And I was like, oh, for this, man, I just want to get back to that. No deep album cuts, no slow emotional shit, no fucking, this is where I just want to be fun and say outrageous shit and say shit that inside jokes that me and my friends laugh at and just talk big fly shit. Like that was the goal. That was the main 100% goal. Like I keep on there, I keep saying, get your funky ass in that tub, bitch. I keep saying that because it's this funny video on Instagram I found of this little girl playing with her doll saying it. And it's the funniest thing to me. And I'm like, oh, that spirit was the base of the early stuff that I made. And it was just fun doing that again and not trying to be good and precious and make the most innovative music. Like, bro, over it. No intros, no outros, no bridges. Get to the fucking point, get to the hook, get to the verse. No beat switches, no fucking, I'm over it, bro.
I think back to, I mean, and by the way.
Like I was so over myself once Chromacopia came out. I was like, I just want to do crack and moonwalk.
Because when you press play on Tap the Glass, you're like, is he talking to me? Maybe he's talking to himself. Maybe he's having a conversation with himself, like saying, stick to the program here. Don't fall into that. Like if I just.
No, fuck that. It was, bro, I had so much freedom making this shit. I was like, I want the beats to have 4 sounds, drums, bass, a synth, whatever the main chord is. I don't want no 5 minute, 6 minute thing.
Which was how it was back in the day because that's the only, super nerd out, that you only had X amount of sample time.
Exactly. So like doing that, man.
I got room for a loop and a bass line and maybe a stab.
Exactly, dude. That's where I was at. And I do have I will overproduce a song. So crazy,
you're a maximalist,
bro.
right?
Like I'm like, stop.
Yeah.
So that's why this one, like, I actually had to force myself. This album, I was just like, stop. Like I was like, drums, good. I like to say, that's the melody. Some chords, cool. All right, what do I want to say on it? And when I said it, I was like, I like this. Done. I was not trying to do the like, oh, let me spend 3 years writing this verse. It's where I'm at right now. That shit's fun. And it's silly again. That's where my spirit is at. And nigga, I want to wear leather and fucking gyrate. So I used to think I was Usher when I was 7 years old. Like that My Way album was my shit. So like I really know how to dance. So if you look at the I Fucking Hate You video, how I'm moving and stuff, and then like it's this random Loiter Squad clip. We in Seattle and I'm like shirtless in my boxers and I'm doing these moves. And everyone's like, oh, that's funny. But when you really look at it, like my whole career has been like a lot of body movement and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, this is finally the album where I could really just dance for real and just groove and have fun. Yeah, I just wanted to make super urgent, upbeat shit. Like urgent and upbeat. That was my main goal when I started working on this. Just urgent and upbeat. Is it urgent? Is it upbeat? If it's slow, I was like, we need 103 BPM and up. 120 is my sweet spot.
That's Sugar's really like 120.
Boom, 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 boom. Like, it's this dude named Fast Eddie. this one record he has, Fats Eddie, is like house hop stuff.
Yeah.
Man, that song is like the illest, yo. And like rapping so simple over this stuff. That's why I don't stop playing with me.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to be all lyrical miracle. I'm just like, F40, that's the brand new coupe.
Yeah.
Stuffing with bitches is what the fuck I do. Caught the plane, but the beat is like boom, 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 boom. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, man, I don't gotta be.
Flow.
Just be mad chill on it.
Yeah. So Chromacopia did the job for you, and you think it did the job for us? Because from that metric of value, the idea that, did you learn a lot about yourself during the making of that record?
For Chromacopia?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%, dude. That shit, man, I started Chromacopia 2020 during COVID when I was biking back in my old neighborhoods with my friends, and all these memories came up, and I start questioning like, oh, this is home. Why do I feel this? And I'm like, wait, what is home? Like, what is actually home? Is it this environment, or is home, does it come from here? Everything that I've learned, or can you find home going other places? And is it really here, or is it the familiarity of friends and things like that? So I started thinking of home, and then I was like, well, what is home? When I think about it in a physical sense, and I'm like, oh, it's my mom, being in the house with her. Oh, well, what does that mean? Oh, her telling me little tidbits about life. That's why she narrates the album, because that's home for me. And everything she taught me, all the things she would say, that's why I put it in before and after some of the songs, because it's like, I listened or I didn't listen, and I kind of left the idea home. That's why this went bad. And then towards the end of the album, that's when it like finds that. Even at the show for Chromacopia, I start on the stage and then I'll walk across the bridge, and then home pops up right after Take Your Mask Off. And that's when I start Tomorrow, that song about just like getting older and all this stuff. Yeah.
It's beautiful, man. And like when you started this, maybe somewhere deep down you did figure out that this was kind of the path you were on, that it wasn't just about a creative exercise, but like you just get to know yourself so much better with every single project, and process stuff in your life with every single project, and reach these arrival points.
I mean, that sounds just like life for most people, but that's just life for me at my age.
But often we don't get to timestamp it with something and figure it out in such a condensed environment. Like, this is the shit that's bugging me right now.
Yeah.
Unless it's like therapy or something like that, it's hard to put context around it. So yeah, we're just flowing through this ocean of life and then maybe it all makes sense at the end. But like making albums is just like, boom, Chromacopia. That's what I was fucking on.
Yeah. No, I said this at one of the shows, it might have been Baltimore or Detroit or something, but I was like, man, I'm so lucky that I was going through the records, and I was like, yo, it's sick that I get to stamp these moments of my life on these albums where I'm at. And y'all get to enjoy these things with me, and going through the records, I get to look back like, oh, that was that version of me. That's super sweet. And I was telling them like, man, whoever out there is making music, please, whoever you are at that moment, put that shit at 100%, even if folks ain't fucking with it. Some folks don't like Call Me If You Get Lost, Tyler. And that's okay. I love that they don't. But that is where I was right then and there. That was the time I'm on. That's the shit I cared about, X, Y, and Z. And it's beautiful sitting next to Goblin. And it's gonna be beautiful next to whatever I put out at 50. Because it's just real life diaries, man.
Yeah.
Even, and not just lyrics, just sounds and tempo. And like, you see where I am with my lingo, my slang. If I start sounding like I'm really from the city, like if I sound like I grew up off El Segundo, I sound like Dancing from Snowfall. But like, you start hearing like, oh, my appreciation for home and where I grew up with how I enunciate things on Chromacopia. And I don't know.
I think the magic of music, I think we've kind of forgotten that a little bit. I think we've so kind of used music for a lot of the different. Yeah.
Dude, and I get, if I mention something like, oh, we lost it, I get called old head now. I get called, like, you get called pretentious if you show some type of passion for this thing you genuinely care about. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you dumbass niggas on right now, bro? Like, what is the what are we talking about? Like, what are we actually talking about?
Yeah, we're talking about music and the effects that it has on each other's lives, man. And it's changed my life.
Dude, so much. But I don't, sometimes I don't know if music's listened to in that same way.
Yeah.
I don't know though. When I say I don't know, I actually don't know.
I do worry about it, and I also think about the effects it has on artists and what we can do better to help artists. There's an element of Don't Tap the Glass that speaks to me on that. It's like, don't look so deeply into this. Like,
bro,
give me
it's freedom,
space.
bro. I didn't have to put this album out.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to be precious. I didn't want to spend 3 years and try to be super innovative and like, okay, I gotta put this album out and make sure this cover comes out at the same time and do this marketing so we get the numbers and we get the perception and this and that. Bro, I made an album, I was done. Bro, if it wasn't for Kelly and Clancy, bro, I wouldn't have did shit. I was just gonna upload that motherfucker the moment it was done and continue moving on with my life because I just wanted it out. And it's so easy to design your own handcuffs, lock yourself up and put the key over there that just turns into pressure, whether it's from you or fans X, Y, and Z. And then people end up scared and not putting albums out for 15 years because they feel like they always have to, I gotta make the most innovative, best stuff. I gotta da-da-da. And sometimes, man, that song is good. Just put that bitch out. Because when niggas is 80 years old, you really think about to sit here like all this great music on a hard drive and be like, oh, fuck, it wasn't da-da-da. Fuck it.
Execution is the most important thing, man. And by the way, execution v perfection, those two things do not like each other.
Dude. And by the way, everything I just said is probably super hypocritical to some shit I said 2 weeks ago. But the beauty in it is like, my idea on that might change tomorrow. I might work on something new and be like, oh, I gotta spend 5 years on this album and this bridge and get these strings right. But where I'm at now, I'm like, oh my God, I just want to make stuff and put it out like when I was 17. Because that shit was just fun and free and wasn't trying to like be. These songs are cool. Here y'all go.
This all happened in the eyes of the internet for the first time at full speed. The internet before was like, I kind of like it. It's cute. Then you guys come along. I remember the first time, maybe we've talked about this, maybe we haven't. The first time anyone ever introduced me to Odd Future, it was through the YouTube videos, nothing to do with the music. And I was like, I've never seen it be this raw and this unfiltered and this fun, but also fucked up. Like, wow, this is gonna be really big. And then I heard the songs, but the internet felt the same way. I thought, oh, I'm just seeing this on the internet. I was watching it at the same time as everybody else.
It was new. It was new and it didn't grow into the shape that it is now. So we were still figuring it out and still living a normal life and stuff. I don't know, different time. But yeah, what a great time.
What a great time. I wanted to ask you what one of your favorite memories of that time was. We're gonna reflect for 2 minutes. When you think back to that time, now that you're in a transitional period and maturity isn't scary, it's good. What was great about youth?
I don't really be looking back, but honestly, two things. I did miss the freedom. It was a freedom that came with just walking around and skating and biking around through LA without always having to look back or, keep something on me or have 2 big guys follow me. Like, it was a beautiful, I don't know, it was just alive with the boys just going wherever. And now, I don't know, it's a lot. It's a lot. Always, as soon as I leave here, it's 3 big niggas with me 24/7. It's a lot.
Are there moments that you ask yourself whether you actually need
I'm also
that?
not complaining. It obviously comes with it. You just asked the question, and I always like to give context because it's so much empathy lost. Fuck empathy. But like when I say things like, damn, like it's a lot that comes with how awesome and beautiful my life is. And you ask a question and I give you an answer.
Yeah.
When that gets cut into a clip without the question or context, the narrative is like, oh, I'm just always complaining. And I don't like that. So every time I say something, I love to also frame it before it gets cut out for clickbait.
Well, first of all, we're not going to cut it out like that.
No, not you, but all the other outlets. People. Tyler complains about being followed, and it's like.
But hang on, can I just?
So I love being super. Because I stopped doing print interviews because of that.
Because of that.
Because things got out of context. Like maybe a month ago, was doing a super awesome interview. And this lady was like, do you cook? And I'm like, are you crazy? Like I'm terrible at cooking. Why the fuck would I cook when like it's a nigga who loves cooking, who's gonna do it perfectly? I'm not about to sit here and experiment, nigga. I am hungry. If my house needed painting, I'm not about to be on the roof painting. I'm gonna get the nigga who loves painting, who does it perfectly to do this shit, right?
Yeah.
It was lighthearted and funny.
Yeah.
But that does not translate in a text interview.
He has a chef.
So it's people like, bro, this nigga is so mean. He's so rude. I can't believe he. And I'm like, what the? Y'all know me. Use context clues. Y'all know I'm silly and I'm da. And I was like, oh, that's why I don't do those interviews. So then I start feeling weird because folks who aren't hip to me, you know, they might follow a Complex, they might follow da. And every time I get posted, it's not me saying, oh my God, I love DJ Quick, I love these chords, da. It's the negative shit that's framed as negative.
That's why you posted about context.
Exactly. So if they follow that and then the 10 times they see me as just casual people that scroll is me complaining, niggas is like, bro, this nigga always da. And I'm like, bro, that whole interview, I was jerking off all my heroes and talking about how much I love goddamn cakes, right?
Yeah.
So that shit start like having me like, fuck, well, I don't even want to do interviews. And I'm like, oh, that's why all the top niggas don't like doing interviews, because y'all take shit out of context. And again, want to complain about a conversation where these people could do that and go live their regular lives and don't know what it feels like, that everything that they say is like da.
That's what Don't Tap the Glass is, right? That's what Don't Tap the Glass is.
Like, what y'all niggas talking about?
It's like there's two different lives going on. There's the life you're living and the life that everybody sees in quick fire.
Exactly,
lefts
bro.
And rights. Yeah.
Like, bro, y'all niggas be having me hot. But you know, I try to shut the fuck up. I go do my shit, bro.
Yeah, but I also have a slightly different attitude, and I can, because I'm on the other side of the table to some degree. But as someone who makes music as well as talks to musicians, I've learned to sort of, I like trying to draw some attention to the idea that, I'm not complaining. Like, why not? Like, athletes complain all the time about distractions away from what it is that they love to do, and no one calls them on it. Also, what's interesting to me at award ceremonies is like whenever an artist looks even remotely disappointed that they didn't win something that they wanted for them and their team, they're so fucking ungrateful. Yet when a team loses a final and the fans are like just crestfallen and the other team is in tears on the ground, everyone's like, oh man, my heart goes out to them.
No,
like,
niggas is...
Why do artists like have to like bend to a certain expectation? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Fuck the bend though. Keep being lit. But it is crazy. It's a crazy, very crazy time with that in journalism too.
Yeah.
How does that feel for you? Like, where even the title, like, niggas is being called journalists and they don't write or actually
structure. I said in a conversation with
or...
somebody, he was like, are you a journalist? And I said, no. I don't feel like a journalist at all. I'm not a really particularly critical voice when it comes to arts. That's a pretty common criticism of me, is that I'm not critical enough about music.
Speak your truth, nigga.
Right, but my truth is that I want art to win. Like, if I don't like it, I won't speak to you or I won't play it. But I don't have to love it to speak to you. I have a hierarchy of what I love. And I have music that I want to exist for others. And I just think art has had a rough fucking time in my lifetime. A bit.
That's super sweet.
It's true though, right?
That was sweet.
I just kind of I just think with all the pressure that's going on around this really simple trade of like, I want to make something and share it with you and I hope it helps you, it gets really complicated in between.
Yeah, I feel that. Damn. That gave a lot of context about you.
So I'm willing to take that criticism because I just think like, fuck man, music has like saved my life, legit. Legit saved my life. What was the last piece of music that you heard, could be an album, song, or artist, whatever, that made you think differently about music?
So for me, okay, this is about to be some long-winded bullshit, but obviously I'm been a Clips fan since fucking August 2002. Love them down, love Malice, love Push, especially when they would pee, right? This album came out, and So Far Ahead, that's a song on there. I think it's my favorite now. But P says, they don't know what it is when I'm on it. But once they figure it out, I don't want it. And that spoke to me. Like, I was like, I've had those moments where it's like, I'm doing something, I'm wearing something, I like something. And the minute, everyone else is on it, something is like, I don't even want it. But while I was doing it, it's like, what's that? What's this? What's that? Da-da-da. What car is that? What watch is that? Da-da-da. And I'm like, I don't want it anymore. And I've heard P say things like that before. And I was like, that's him saying it over like the gospel chords, like, and how he's singing it. It was like so much soul behind it. And I was like, damn, that shit hit me. Like, this is gospel music. So then I was like, wow, that's his real belief, his real moral, his real core. So then it made me go back to the rest of the album and like listen to what everyone else was saying. And I was like, the context and shape of what everyone is saying shows their character, their beliefs, and their morals. And I was like, shit, when you do that with music and they say it with so much conviction, which is just preaching what they believe, their character, I was like, nigga, that's just gospel. So then I'm like, nigga, this is just a gospel album. Take away the religion part that people associate gospel music with. This is just gospel. These niggas are preaching their beliefs. So every feature on there, every bar, every line, everything that every person is saying, if you really listen, you can really understand their character, their morals, and their beliefs, whether it's me, Kendrick, Pusha, Malice, P, so whoever the fuck else is on there. And I was like, man, this is really cool. I don't think I've ever heard an album that wasn't based in church, based in religion, Take away, obviously, it's called Let God Sort Them Out, blah, blah, blah. But, this is like a gospel album. So it made me start even looking at like, what does gospel even mean? Is there any other albums, whether it's rock, rap, that I could consider a gospel album because of that? And now I've just been listening to stuff like with that type of ear. And what I'm saying is probably not even, has no merit. It's probably stupid, but that was just a thought I had. And,
it's totally valid. And I hear an enormous amount of religious-related ideology in music without it being specifically religious.
Yeah.
Like the relationship art has with God is real. Otherwise, where does it fucking come from?
Exactly.
Like it comes from somewhere, and to this day, I've been asking questions for 30 plus years, and I'm gonna ask you the same question I've asked thousands of times, and I almost guarantee you're gonna give me the same answer. Do you know where it comes from? Really?
No.
Right.
Just it just be floating like them ideas be,
That's
they be bigger than me.
That's why I keep showing up, because I know I'm never gonna get the answer to that question.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Ever.
I actually don't want the answer.
Neither. It's magic.
For real.
It's pure magic.
Literally.
What song of any of your songs can you think of, or at least one of them, do you not remember really recording at all? When you listen back to it, it's almost like you're hearing it like we hear it. You're like, that just came from somewhere else.
Damn, I'm trying not to have recency bias. It's 2 off the new album, if I'm gonna say it, or maybe 3. Sucker Free, I'll Take Care of You, and Tell Me What It Is. Sucker Free is so, I'm from Los Angeles, California. I'm from Hawthorne and Inglewood. I grew up, I remember nights my mom would drive through Crenshaw when they would do things on Saturday, Sunday nights with all the lowriders and things like that, certain music. I remember being young, going to her friend's house, and Corrupt's first album came out, and it was that stench in the air. I'm a kid, so I don't know what it is, but as an adult, I knew what it was, and they would make pink panties and have a gin and Hennessy and things like that. And Los Angeles, a lot of that culture is based on house parties and things like that. So if you watch old like Snoop Dogg, Dre videos, it's house parties, So there's a certain tempo and dance, things like that. I remember getting Balance and Options in 2000 when it had came out. I remember seeing the Let's Get Blown video. I remember my older cousin's boyfriend going crazy for Street Gospel by Sugar Free. I remember when The Last Meal came out and hearing Cocaine's voice and they was doing the vocoders and all these things. And when I made Sucker Free, I was like, oh my God, this is a culmination of just all of those things growing up that is very based in Los Angeles.
DNA related,
From Battle Cat to the Zappin' Rock to all of that just in one. And I listen to that and I'm like, oh my gosh, this almost feels like a love letter to being from this place that I think a lot of people don't remember me, that people don't associate me with, but man, I'm from LA down, bro, and that shit sound like being at Doc Weiler. That shit sound like being at South Bay Galleria. That shit sound like being at Fox Hills. We're like, oh shit, so niggas getting robbed, we gotta go, da-da-da. That sound like being at Kickbacks, or Slauson and Overhill. Like, it just feels like that sunny, saturated thing, and I don't almost remember making that song. Like, that shit is past me. I love that song so much. And then I'll Take Care of You. Dude, that shit just feels like, what's that damn show, the damn Stranger Things, where the little white girl, I think she dead or somebody, and she go to the damn coffin shit and she just like in the air with the headphones like that. Y'all know that scene? I think it was a meme or whatever. That's Stranger Things, right? Bro, that shit feel like that. Like that shit, if I was a little white bitch and I was just like, just flying in the air and shit, like looking like Jesus, like, That's what that shit sound like. And man, I brought them cherry bomb drums back. And I had that and I brought the pads in. I was like, yo, this has a bounce. When it was just the chords, I was like, this shit has a bounce to it. And I was like, I need to make some drums with a bounce. I was like, damn, you know what drums would be sick? Them motherfucking cherry bomb drums. This is my favorite drum. That shit got a bounce to it. But then I was like, oh no, I can't do that. Cause you can't sample your own stuff. And I was like, oh wait, fuck that Precious shit. Nigga, I can sample whatever the fuck I want from my own shit. So nigga, I grabbed the motherfucking drums and I put them there and he got the motherfucking bounce to it. And I was like, you know what'd be crazy over this? Nigga, Diamond from Crawling Mob. Nigga, if she was just over this bitch, talking about, stop, if you stop, no, if you but. I was like, ooh, that shit got a bounce. And I got another nigga and I put him on there and I'm like, what? And then with them chords, I just kept saying, I'll take care of you. I'll take care of you. And I was like, oh, that's it. I'll just put that. And I was like, that's it. I'm not putting no rap word, like that's all that's needed, dude. Cause then you get caught up like, oh, it can't be an instrumental track. I gotta put a verse. It was like, nigga, the song is done, bro.
Yeah.
Nigga, what? If you listen to Looking for Another Pure Love by motherfucking Stevie Wonder, listen to motherfucking second, third verse out of nowhere. This nigga's like, get him, Jeff. And this nigga Jeff just come and softly play motherfucking guitar. And this nigga Stevie was like, I'm not putting a motherfucking verse right there. Listen to Imaginary Playmates by Renee Angela. Bro, one of my favorite songs of all time. It ain't a second verse on there, nigga. It's a nigga that just come and play the synth a little bit and then they get back to the hook. And I'm like, bro, you get caught up in structure.
Is what you make it.
It's whatever you want. So I sampled them drums. I put the shit. I said one word. We repeated the shit. And I'm like, you know who the fuck would sound incredible on this? Yebba, nigga. Yebba. I was like, nigga, someone give me your, I DM'd her. She in Australia. I'm like, nigga, I'm putting some shit out in 3 weeks because I'm about to be done. I don't want to do no promo, nigga. I need some vocals. She sent me some vocals and was like, I don't think they good enough. Nigga, I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you? These motherfuckers good enough. Click, hung up, put the shit in there, got that shit mixed mastered. Now y'all hear that shit. What's up?
That's fucking amazing. That's amazing. It's like the most succinct, beautiful description of the making of a song anyone's ever told.
It feels so when it comes in. Oh my God.
It's one of my favorites on the record for that reason, because it also gives me like classic sort of like deep house vibes too. And this,
bro, it's house, it's ghetto, it's so Atlanta. I love Atlanta, nigga. I be in Atlanta, nigga. I be in motherfucking Atlanta. I love Atlanta down, nigga. I be in that bit. That shit sounds so goddamn. That shit sound like Long Nails, but it also sound like we in Germany and black, fucking leather, fucking looking like vampire. That shit sound like the white bitch doing this, like going to the sky. Like that shit's just a mix of everything I love of music. And if you think about it, bro, my main thing, since my base of music is hard drums, pretty chords, and like an annoying synthesizer that's out of tune. That is
You've been doing that from day one.
The base
I
of my
remember
music.
talking to my friend about this, and he was like, wow, there's so much like progress for Tyler. And I was like, no, go back and listen to the first album. He was trying to get there on album 1, but he was doing those chords.
All of it, even if, bro, my early shit, and that's when I say early, niggas think me talking about Bastard when I was like 17, 18, talking that dark shit. Like, no, my early shit from 15 is just super bright. That one of the records actually ended up on TikTok, this song called Waffle, that a lot of folks don't even know it's mine. Someone fucking leaked that goddamn shit. Bro, this beat right here. This is all on fucking TikTok,
how old were you
bro.
when you made this?
Look at this cover, nigga. I was 14, 15, right there. Look at that. That's me at 14, 15, bro. That bandana I'm wearing, I cut out my Goosebumps sheets and was making bandanas from all my colorful sheets and wearing them to school.
Yo, the artwork is nuts too.
Like,
it kind of looks
bro.
almost like a Creed Taylor record or something. Like it's got like an old 70s jazz thing going on. That's a great beat.
Like, but this was me in 05,
Yeah.
06.
Searching.
Terrible shit. But making shit like that, right? If you listen to Blow off Bastard,
Yeah.
bro, that is a motherfucking, that was me trying to do a little Earth, Wind & Fire Quincy Jones joint. So it's all been there. If you take Blow and motherfucking Boyfriend, Girlfriend and Sucker Free, like, it's all been there. Like, I don't know. I could talk about music all day, dude. Like, I get so excited. If y'all probably look back at the footage when I start talking about music, my foot start contorting and shit. Like, oh, dude. Yeah, but I'll Take Care of You is super special, man. That shit is like, it's so romantic. Y'all remember, like, them games, like, late night, like 97, 96, like we play Sonic or like Ridge Racer, and the way that the cities would look, like super bright, saturated. I think they were just trying to copy like the idea of Tokyo. The beat kind of sounds like that, where for some reason the nighttime sky there is super bright. Like it feels like that. It feels like, I don't know.
But speaking of like environment, the album to me is like such a LA record because even though you made it on the road, because there's moments I feel like it has that saturated sunshine, which is almost too bright. What blew me away when I moved to LA was like, I'm used to New Zealand sunshine, which for some reason seems like appropriate. And then you move to LA and it's like, oh my God, sometimes it's so intense. And then at night, dark. LA is such a dark city.
It's still a desert. Folks don't remember
like
that.
a little bit of sepia light from pole to pole,
and you
and
need
a darkness
a hoodie
in between.
with you. You need a hoodie with you, man.
Yeah.
And I feel like LA was in my music early on, like for most folks. But if you look at the visuals, if you look how saturated my videos were, it was shot in the daytime. Like it was all there because that's like my environment, man. That's my temperament, and I don't know, and that's home, and that's why Chromacopia, some of the lingo, some of the accents, some of the things I'm talking about, some of the streets, like Chromacopia is home. That is Hawthorne for me. Like,
I want to talk about Tell Me though, the last song on the record, because you said something interesting. It was a great conversation, I thought, with you and Daniel. I really enjoyed watching that the other day, where you and Daniel just kind of like taking the shit out of each other.
That's my boy. I love that.
I mean, you
man,
can tell you guys are like super close. But you said, I'm in a transitional phase right now in my life right now. And I thought, wow, what a really cool, bold statement to make on the record, to say, you know, no, I'm going through something right now. And what did you mean by that statement? And does it relate to that song to some degree?
I'm not who I was at 19. I'm not who I'm gonna be in 6 months.
Yeah.
Like I'm always, nigga, I'm in leather right now, bro. I love Jordan 4s right now. Love them, nigga. The high top Converse weapon joints, love them shits, bro. That wasn't my shit, bro. Y'all niggas done seen me in loafers and motherfucking Chucks for the last 5 years. Like,
no, it's been continental.
Bro,
it's been continental bougie for a while.
Listen, I am always changing, always on some other type of time, and I'm okay with that. Like, and I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with not being the same nigga I was 6 months ago. I'm so okay with that. Like, I'm always looking forward. Like, I don't look back. And granted, like, I love music and I could reference things as that, but like, I'm always on that version of me. And I talk about it in Tomorrow off of Chromacopia, which because you know, as an artist, some people get attached to a version of you they like, or an album or a feeling. And then when you on something totally different and they dislike it, sometimes it's not even that they actually dislike it. I think it just doesn't mirror the version of you that they love.
We're not there.
And they wanted that feeling again. So then 2-3 years later, they're like, actually, I like that thing you put out.
Pharrell, he's like, I'm somewhere else.
And it's okay, dog. Like,
yeah.
On that Tomorrow verse, I was like, what's gotten into me? No, that ain't the energy. And that was me quoting folks. It's like, what's gotten into Tyler? So what's gotten into me? No, that ain't the energy. That version of T that you knew was a memory. Who is that? You niggas get too attached to hear it and fear it. My face clear, but a few wrinkles on my spirit. And by that, it's like, dude, I have good skin. I've obviously aged, but like for some folks, 2017 me and now, if you glance real quick, it kind of looked the same outside of the mustache.
Yeah, congrats, by the way.
Like, thank you. By the way, y'all, me with facial hair is so new. I'm trying. These have been growing at the same time. Like, I'm really trying to figure it out. So all the compliments on the mustache to all y'all, man, it feels so good. I never knew how to do the facial hair thing. Thank you.
It's adorable, man.
But yeah, so like, my face is clear, but it's a few wrinkles on my spirit. Like,
yeah, I love that
my
one.
spirit is different. So I'm like, now cousin, this ain't no tubbing. I don't like cages. I'd rather be flooding. Bro, I'm fluid with how I move. So I don't like cages. If I'm water and I'm fluid, I don't want to be in no tub. You're not going to freeze me and keep me stuck. So thaw this shit out. I pop out with that oven. Tell that new version of me that I'm coming. I am so okay with the future version of me.
That's the same spirit as what Pharrell said on the Clips record.
Yeah, like I'm so okay with that. And then my Brody had another baby. That's like number 2. My homegirl, a not tired, she like 32. My homegirl got married. I'm like, congrats. And then they sharing photos of these moments. Shit is really cute. And all I got is photos of my Rari and some silly suits. Like, the way I'm thinking about life, like, bro, I done had multiple businesses. Every dream I had so many things that I've done in my 20s to where a certain type of life I never thought of until now. And it's nothing wrong with that. But now I'm at a point in my life where I'm just like, oh man, like, bro, am I really about to pop out? Like, have kids? Am I gonna like, what is that? Like, now I'm at a place where I'm thinking of shit people probably think about at 25, but again, I've lived a different life. So that's where I'm at with it. And then and all I got is will I flip the switch and finally settle down, or go the other way and keep my panties down? I'm too paranoid, so I'ma air it out. Fuck all of that. And any pressure that you putting on me, I'ma tear it down. And then the hook is, don't you wait for me, I'll be fine. And that's me talking to time. Like, don't wait on me, I will be fine. I'm going at my own pace. I'm doing my own shit, because people will feel pressured to, fuck, I gotta have kids, or I gotta do this, or my career gotta be here. Like, everyone's doing this, but I'm not doing this. And it's like, bro, I'm so okay with moving at the pace of Tyler. I'm good. Y'all talk, chatter, this and that. I'ma wear my leather and like make an album I wanna move to in the middle of this tour. It ain't no rules. I ain't gotta sit and wait 3 years. Oh, it's too close to albums. You can't put an album in the middle of your tour, bitch. I could do whatever the fuck I want to do, because it is no rules. When I'm on my deathbed at 89 years old,
you ain't gonna be looking at the rule book.
I'm not gonna be looking at the rule book. I'm gonna be looking at the amazing life I had, or whatever regrets, or whatever the fuck. So that's where I'm at with it.
Congrats.
Thanks. It's great. And I guess I'm in a transitional phase. Like, who knows who the fuck I'm gonna be in 6 months? Like, this tour has really changed me. So crazy.
I've known you a long time, and I hope you take this question within the spirit that it's meant, because I am one. And just today, you mentioned fatherhood a few times in this conversation. You mentioned it on the record. Does it scare you? Does it excite you? Has someone who's experienced one side of it as a child, that experience you went through, and then who you are today, and wanting to do it differently and be different, what does it mean to you, the idea of fatherhood?
I don't know. It's kind of sick. Like, I'm like, half of me, a piece of me is like, nigga, I think I'm gonna be the rich uncle. But another half of me is like, which is kind of sick. Like, some niggas just want to be the rich uncle, cool, love you, nephew.
Wrong with that.
I'm going home.
There's nothing wrong with
I see you niggas in 2 weeks. Like, I give them the cool gifts.
Yeah,
like,
you
boom.
get all the good stuff.
Like, but then another piece of me is like, I don't know, that'd be kind of sick, I guess. Like, just share music with some little fucker and like dress up as a fireman on random Thursdays and go to amusement parks and bike ride and make clothes for them. Like, that's ill. Like, that's cool. And it ain't on no legacy shit. I think when niggas be like, oh, I want to have a kid for my legacy, it's like,
no, because every parent goes through
you're gonna die. Like, what are we talking about?
And
like,
every parent goes through ego death. Every single parent. They think they don't, but they totally fucking do. Like, you're like, oh man, look at you. That's like, I get to impart all this wisdom. Bullshit. They're gonna reject you. Like, they all reject you. Every single time they will go,
that nigga's gonna turn 14 and
fuck you. I don't
get
need
a
you.
face tattoo.
100%.
Like, fuck you.
100%. 100%.
But yeah, it'll be, a piece of me is like, damn, now be fly.
You are considered by a lot of people as a very original human being, and yet you're very, very generous in terms of referencing the music you love. You love to talk about other people's music. You love to say, no, I was totally inspired by that. I was totally inspired by that. I've been really kind of confused and at times disappointed with modern life's relationship with inspiration versus plagiarism, and this idea that we all have the same fucking notes. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I want to ask smart people about that, and people who I admire like yourself about that as a creative, and how you kind of walk the line between being inspired by something and then this kind of war on creative.
Yeah, dude, it's a weird thing because, like, bro, I be so open and loud about the shit I love and that inspire me and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I think sometimes the problem is it doesn't go through people's filter. So that's when it gets weird. Like, listen, man, this album, for example, Don't Tap the Glass, I never called it a dance album. It's just some shit that I would love people to dance to because it's music that I would want to dance my body to. And that's all type of dance music on there. Some people hear the idea of dance music and they like, oh, it's techno or deep house or it's this certain sound. Bro, if you grew up with black folk, Ring 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 is
that's Jim Lewis to me.
Exactly, bro. Like they text me, bro, like this is crazy. That's that type of shit.
Yeah.
Bro, if you grew up in the South and you know New Orleans bounce, Don't Tap That Glass is New Orleans bounce.
Yeah.
Like, Don't You Worry, Baby, that's Atlanta bass. That's Miami bass. But some of these folks don't, they didn't grow up within that culture. Yeah. So, you know, I'll Take Care of You. Someone could say that's a UK jungle record. And some people might be like, you can't dance to that, but that's dance music. Sucker Free. If you grew up in Los Angeles with niggas in Dickies and white tees and Chucks with the blower on them, you know that is a two-step record that motherfucking Daz Dillinger will fucking, you feel me? But that's all my interpretation of dance music or music that you could dance to. And my take on Sucker Free is, you know, that might be a DJ Quick Battle Cat type of thing. And that's just inspiration. That's going through my filter, my type of thing. It would suck if one of them niggas was like, hey, bro.
Yes.
Yo, that was, bro, I would be hurt. Nigga, I would not know what to do. I would just be stunned. Like, nigga, I love you and you want $3 million.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
What? So I think when it has to go through your filter, and a lot of folks, sometimes it doesn't go through the filter. It do be Control-C, Control-V, And yeah, like, I don't know. It's such a weird fucking thing, dude. It's such a weird thing. I don't even know how to speak on it because it's so like that is the strongest, buffest, like, I work out, eat protein, gray area.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you got, on the flip side of that, you got this whole AI thing where they're just farming your IP. They're just farming your creative. And
yeah.
Man,
and niggas be cool with it.
This Suno thing, man, I'm just gonna say it. I do not fucking get it. This guy sits there in a chair in a trade magazine saying music's too hard. Everyone should be entitled to make it. No one wants to learn how to play an instrument anymore.
That stupid ass little white boy.
And then he's holding a bass guitar while he's saying it. Like, you do understand the fucking paradox here, right?
Like, bro, it's so, just suck, nigga. Just be like, I like music, but I couldn't make it. I'm whack, but I was good at coding. do that, bro. Don't come over here, nigga. I can't shoot a motherfucking free throw.
Yeah.
So I'm not like trying to do the shit because I wasn't naturally born 6'7" motherfucking foot tall trying to shoot a goddamn ball. Yeah. And it's okay, nigga. Know your motherfucking place, bro. Or try your motherfucking best. Y'all, I am a terrible singer. Nigga, I suck at singing. I'm poo. I'm whack. I'm not a good singer. But I love it.
Yeah.
And I try my motherfucking best.
Yeah.
For some reason, these are my biggest records. So I keep doing it out of love. I'm not about to sit here and AI my voice for some shit that I'm not good at. I'm gonna just keep trying my motherfucking best and be pure at it.
Yeah.
It's a nigga at the basketball courts over here in motherfucking Rucker Park that ain't never gonna make it to the league because he fucking terrible, but guess what feeds his goddamn soul?
Loves to play.
That shit. So this nigga ain't about to go AI his motherfucking bones and wrist to go do the shit because it's like, it's okay to kind of suck at shit, bro.
I'm just like, leave the arts alone. Like, this whole idea
leave
of like...
the arts alone, nigga. I want no more potholes and...
Yeah, that's right.
Nigga.
It's like the old person sitting on the end of the pier fishing, right? And the whole idea that you work your whole life just to go be the person on the end of the pier fishing. That's me playing a guitar. Don't make that easy for me.
Yeah,
Don't make the stuff I find hard easy for me so I have more time to play the fucking guitar.
Bro, I feel you preaching to the dead. Gospel, if we put a beat under this nigga, what would that be, nigga? Gospel. I told y'all niggas at 5 minutes to the interview, nigga, that'd be gospel.
It drives me crazy. And
it really does.
And I have this thing of like, no one wants my opinion in this, and I'm too on the inside, and I need to just let like for progress be progress. But fuck that.
And granted, listen, hey, it is some aspects where that shit is like it when it's a tool used for certain shit. Again, like niggas is finding breast cancer like that with the shit. Like, nigga, that AI nigga doing that is incredible,
I'm
bro.
all for that.
Like, it's certain shit where I think that shit's useful. It's like, y'all gonna come to niggas wanting to draw and a snare first?
Can you imagine what it's
like,
gonna be like
damn.
when someone asks me to do my first conversation with somebody who has a #1 hit, it's undeniable. They're gonna say to me, can you talk to this person? And I'm gonna be like, just out of fun, see what this is like. So tell me about the making of the song. Well, I typed in
exactly like what
I typed in Tyler the Creator.
What is that gonna be?
And Beyonce and Justin Vernon in it made the song.
How does he perform or she perform?
I've really enjoyed talking to you today.
That was one of them fuck, I don't know what the other question was I had, so I feel like I gotta say, that was great.
Yeah, it was that.
What you been listening to?
Me? The Giveon record. You've heard the Giveon album?
No, I haven't been tapped in with much outside of clips right now.
That is
Do y'all know what that means to me, nigga? Do you know what a new Clips album means to me in 2025? Nigga, I am 34, bro. They put a new album out with are you crazy? Bro, I am so lucky. And before the album came out, I was like, I'm so lucky. I'm so grateful and lucky that my favorites are still putting out music 20 years later, and it's good.
And you're on it.
Do you know, dog, what? I hit push, I was like, yo, y'all in LA, I'm shooting a video. He's like, yeah, we'll pull up. I was like, all right, cool, y'all be out in 2 minutes. And I wasn't even supposed to be in the scene. I was just gonna get like a shot of them in it. By the way, the Stop Playing With Me videos, it has like 4 other scenes where I perform in fucking blue and I'm running and all type of shit. But I ended up just cutting that one in the room with the speakers. But I wasn't supposed to be in the shot with them. I was just gonna get a quick shot with them. And niggas was like, bro, get in the shot with these niggas, bro. Don't be stupid. So I did that, and they just stood there. We didn't rehearse or nothing. They just stood there. I just pressed played, and I'm good with body shape and stuff. So I'm just, while I'm rapping, I'm watching their arm movements, but knowing how to move through them. And when I saw it, bro, I was like, I told them, hey, y'all just look cool.
Yeah,
don't do anything. Just look dead.
It's flawless, man. The contrast is so good.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's so good. It's
bro,
so good.
I love them niggas, bro.
Yeah. You know, Janelle Monáe said something really cool, which I always love to share when a conversation like this borders on kind of the idea of manifestation from being a fan to a friend to a collaborator and a peer, right? And you've been there and are that. This idea of Clips hearing you, them and you, even subconsciously, that is kind of the gravitational pull, is that their music changed who you are at an informative point in your life. And then as you grow, they relate to you naturally because they hear a bit of you.
They hear it in there,
right?
man. Like, for real, like,
Because how else do you explain it? How else do you explain you go from the kid who's a fan to the video where it's just amazing?
No, it's crazy. I mean, it's easy to explain. I knew that would happen, but I'm still
when
also
you say that,
hyped and grateful.
when you say that, what do you mean? You knew that would happen?
Bro, I was like 11, like, oh, I can't wait to work with them. It's gonna be so sick. It's gonna be super cool. Hell Hath No Fear. I can't wait. Re-Up Guy. I can't wait. Da-da-da. So this ain't a shocker to me. Like, I was 11, like, that's gonna happen. But at the same time, I'm like, wow, this is awesome.
Yeah,
I love them. They shaped so much of my music and how I approach certain records. And that when they asked me to be on POV, man, like, I'll tell you right now, bro, I don't really get nervous about nothing. And that's not me trying to make myself seem holier than thou or nothing. I really just be like, fuck it, and go head first with shit. Even if I look crazy, I'm okay with being embarrassed, looking cringe, looking dumb. I'm okay with all of that. But when Pusha was like, yo, hop on this, that is one time I was like, oh, I gotta try to write the best verse I can. I don't want to do too much. I don't want to do too little. Okay, I got to have the right amount of punchlines. Okay, I got to do a flow I don't really do. Okay, what's the first thing? What's the last line? Bro, that verse took me, I think, 77 times to record. I could not nail it.
Yeah.
And I was about to text Push like, bro, I can't.
Yeah.
It's not working and I don't want to. And I did it one last time and it went through, bro. And I swear to God, when I did it and listened back, I put my hands up like this. I recorded that shit in Dublin, Ireland. On tour in fucking May. And I'm like, dog.
Is that the closest you've got to in recent memory where you second-guessed yourself almost out of something? Where you got to the point where it's, because I know you talk about
it wasn't even, I wouldn't even call it second guessing.
like you broke the delusion of it, right?
Just, the verse just didn't land. Like I know when the tone of my something lands. So I was just like, man, I'd rather not even send no bullshit just for the headline of like, I'd rather just not send no bullshit. And I fucking nailed it. And I knew the verse was cool, but I was like, something just not. Went to go take a piss, took a bite of a cookie, came back.
Nailed it.
And nailed it. And that shit was awesome. I'm stupid. And like, you gotta think, man, me and Lionel and Travis and Jack, like we grew up listening to that. So I'm not with them when the album came out. I'm on tour. That came out, I was in Baltimore and we just watched F1 with my boy Damson. Great movie, by the way. We get out and we listen and the group text going up like, they were like, bro, it was crazy. Just pressing play and then driving around and hearing your voice on a Clips album. Like, bro, that's, I don't think folks know the weight that shit really got. Like, bro, I got Grammys, I got whips, I done it all. That might be top 8 moments of my life. So thank you to Pusha, Malice, P, y'all, for real. Love y'all, down.
Can you say you love music more today than even when you did when you discovered it for the first time?
It's never changed. It's the stronger, it's like the sun, bro. Love it to this day. Nothing more on this earth. I could sit here and talk music to y'all on some other shit for real. Greatest thing on earth. Greatest thing. What you want to talk about?
No, you said.
We'll talk about someone posted Vivian Green the other day, and I was like, God damn it, she didn't get her just due. What we talking about? Ain't Nothing But Love, number 11 on that first album? What are we talking about? Y'all know who Vivian Green is? Bruh. Special. That whole pocket though. A lot of folks didn't get they due. Her, Van Hunt. So many folks from that pocket. Like, oh, please.
Who's around right now that you want more people to know about, that you love?
It's a few upcoming. This kid named Lean, Liim, he's from New York, and I feel, I don't want to compare him to stuff because I don't want folks going into that, but it's like Max B over Stereolab chords, but like you could tell he be with like Dirty Skaters. So it's this like, ain't from New York. So it's this, it's really cool. If y'all check him out, LIM, he got some cool shit.
Yeah.
It's this kid named Q the Hero.
Yeah.
I don't know where this nigga from. I think he from Long Beach, or he might be from Atlanta.
Where did you find out about him?
Bro, it just popped up on
Apple
my
Music.
YouTube once. My YouTube thing. So or no, it popped up on my YouTube fucking. Wait, hold on. He got this. So he has a song called Pineful. But it reminded me of when me and Tebe and Haji was making stuff when we were 17. But he be saying some shit, like you could tell he has a good character.
Yeah.
And some of the beats, good chords. I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah, the beat's lovely.
And then he got songs with his friends and they be saying silly, funny shit that a 18-year-old would say. And I'm like, oh, they not just trying to be cool. They still have that like youthful spirit to it. So I'm like, awesome. Like, keep at it, kid.
Share this to me if that's all right.
Yeah, send it.
Wait, why have you got me here under Dickhead?
Yeah, no, I have you under Small Dickhead. Him, Lean, who else, man? I have hope for music, y'all. Like with some of the young kids, bro. Like I have a lot of hope for like a lot of these. It's some shit out there. Do Madison McFerrin? She sings on "Don't You Worry."
Yeah, beautiful.
Like her album is fucking sick, bro.
Yeah.
Like very cool. Little Sims is sick.
Yeah, the new Little Sims album is beautiful.
Mexico Dro, Lil Tyler,
as well.
Nourished by Time. That dude's cool.
Have you heard For Those I Love? I'll
But
send you that.
No, send me that. I love Salt.
Yeah.
Love Salt. It's some stuff out there, man. It's some folks doing some stuff. So
Yeah, and you worked with Flo, right?
yeah, I love dude Flo. So he's like my favorite drummer. Flo from Salt is my like low key favorite drummer.
Yeah, amazing.
I'm like, bro, just give me that kid Larizi.
Yeah.
Have you heard of him?
Yeah.
He's cool. I'm excited to see what he ends up doing too. There's some kids there, man. Man, you know what's been getting me? A lot of the
Send this to you.
a lot of the basement. Oh, Neonte and Mike, them super cool. 320 is cool. You know who's been getting me? A lot of the basement demos. If y'all know the basement, that's like before they popped off. That was Devontae Swing, Timbaland, Missy, Tweet, all that like that Genuine, like the Virginia basement. A lot of their demos are incredible.
I haven't even heard.
Like it's just stuff that just never really came out. Oh my gosh, it is some stuff, some incredible shit on there where I'm like, oh, I could never make anything this good.
It's one of the things I love about you the most, man, is that you are such a fan and like real fans who love a lot of music. It pisses some people off. They're like, no, just like one thing. Why do you have to like a lot of different fucking things? And I really love the fact that you really evangelize the power and the beauty of just listening to music.
Bro, I just be listening, bro. I love it. I was eating sushi the other day, and bro, I think Shazam is one of the greatest inventions of all time.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you what your last
real.
Shazam was.
And
that's a good one.
It was in a restaurant, and I couldn't Shazam the shit. So I asked the waiter, yo, is there any way possible you could tell me what this song is? He was like, yeah. So he came back, told me the song. He's like, you wanted that to sample it, huh? And I'm like,
oh man.
No, nigga, I just want to listen to the music. And I don't know why I got so offended. And I was like, he didn't mean no harm by it.
I know, but it's a bit complicated.
But I was like, why did that offend me so much that he automatically didn't think I just wanted to listen to the song to enjoy it?
I think because he just kept you in that frame of who you are as the creator and not as Tyler the fan.
And I was like, dude, that's kind of whack of me to even be mad. Like, who am I? But I was like, no, it's past my ego. It's like, I think my love of music was like offended that he didn't even think that I could just enjoy it. It had to be like, oh, I got to chop this up and have financial gain from it. Like, I think
that you're always working. Went. That's what it comes down to. Can I just be off the job?
Man, it was an incredible song. Wait, I got to see what it was.
Yeah, what was the last thing?
I obviously didn't fucking Shazam it.
That's what was your last? What did you Shazam last? This was mine, Rodriguez. Only good for conversation.
Oh, let me see. That's the Brazilian dude, right? Man. Yeah, that dude. Yeah.
This guy was so weird. Listen to that fucking groove, man.
Quiet Time to Play by Johnny Gill
Ooh.
was my last Shazam.
Fucking love Johnny Gill.
Man, it's a lot of good shit in here.
Hey, I got one more question for you, because otherwise we'll just be here all day, and I would love that.
Adriana Evans. She didn't get her she keeps popping up. But yeah.
My wife actually came up with this the other day, and she was, because she's a fan like I am, and she was like, fuck, man, I feel like every time I put on an album, I get a full creative experience. Like, it's not just record, it's like this, I get brought into this whole, where he's at as a complete artistic experience. And she was like, do you think would you ever do a tour where you brought it, or kind of like what Taylor did with Eras, where you brought all your varying stages of your creative journey together into one thing?
I kind of do that on this tour. When I go home, it's my living room.
Yeah.
I got my record player there, and I go through my records. I grab all my albums and put them there, and like I'll play three or so songs.
But like
each
really lean in.
But to really do it,
like stadium shit.
I don't know, because I don't want to dress up as. I'm not lying. Because of where I'm at right now, putting on that chromacopia outfit, I hate it. And I think it's ill, but like I'm so past that mentally that when I put it on, I'm like, oh fuck, this is a costume. Cause like I know it's a costume, but like, nigga, that's where I'm at in my life with the shit. But now that I'm here and it's out and y'all know that, when I put it on, I'm like, oh, this feels weird.
So the other night in Brooklyn must have been the greatest show you've done in a long time, then, just for the pure sense of like, I'm out of that.
Until nigga the next day I had a show in Montreal and I'm like, well, nigga, I guess I'm the gay dictator tonight. And like, I want to put these leather pants on and fucking But that's why I did that's why I do the little listening parties where we just dance and just have a good time.
Yeah.
That at least balances out my spirit with what I have to do for work. And it warms my heart just seeing people out there just so free and like being silly and looking cringe and looking dumb. And it's like, yeah, we doing this shit together. Like, what's up? Everyone leaving sweating all gross, weaves out and nigga shoes gone, and oh, it's awesome.
I fucking love it, man. It's been really good to spend, some time with you today, man. And I always love seeing you, whether this is all happening or not. And man, appreciate you as always.
No,
bro.
Thank you, and good luck to the editor. I keep looking at y'all. I realize like I just keep talking to y'all. I'm like, they're gonna be like, who the fuck is he talking to? Thank you, bro. Give me a hug.
Love you, man.